Hello and welcome to CinemaScoop. Is that right?
You got the name of the podcast right, but it seems to have taken you a second.
It did. I don't know what happened there. I malfunctioned. Welcome to episode 6 of CinemaScoop, and this week we're talking Cars 3.
Yeah.
It's
For lack of other options, if we're being totally
I will apologise for this. We're a little bit late on this. Not completely our fault because the UK does tend to get these films a lot later than the US does. But
it's been out a little bit, but it's more of a...
It's fine.
We sort of didn't have anything else new out this week that was, well, except for Dunkirk, which we all refused to see.
Yeah. I don't refuse to see it. I just don't think it's going to resonate with me enough to talk about it for an hour.
No. I'm fairly certain I would have fallen asleep and missed the end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I couldn't have really talked about it if I hadn't seen the whole thing.
Cars 3, we've seen the other two.
We were going to see Cars 3 anyway because it is part of a franchise we've all seen. It's Pixar films, so we're going to go see it anyway, so might as well see it and talk about it.
Although I feel bad having seen it without the kids.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah.
You know, we could actually watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes it so much easier to talk about when you can see the whole thing.
That is true.
I do remember when we went to go see Moana and you had to take Paige to the toilet just
I missed the end!
and the actual reveal at the end, and you missed it.
Yeah.
And you came back, you're like, what the hell has happened? What is she doing? Why is that?
Until we got it on DVD, I didn't understand
Who's
what
Moana?
happened to the ending. I didn't miss that much of the film.
You really pay attention. Right, so as usual, before we start, let's do a quick roundup of movie news this week. There's been a few things. We've had Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about Comic-Con, but I'm afraid my view is very limited, so tell me about
First thing I want to talk about, this may not be a Comic-Con related thing, but we got a trailer for The Disaster Artist. I have been waiting about this film. So long to see footage from this.
It looks amazing, and the tiny little snippet that they showed us.
I think I'd be more interested in this film than actually seeing The Room. I still haven't seen it yet, and these two have, and I'm going to have to watch it.
I was very reluctant to watch it. It's it's not better than I thought it was going to be, but it's less difficult to watch.
It's less of a movie, more of an experience.
Yeah. Okay. As long as you watch it with like-minded people who are willing to mock it with you, you're fine.
Okay.
If you try and take it seriously, you will die a death trying to make something out of nothing.
It's something to behold. I'm sure we'll enjoy it. But
anyway, I was slightly drunk last time we watched it, so that may have helped.
I can do that.
We can recreate that. That's fine.
Okay, good buzz going.
So no, this is It's a movie based off a book written by Greg Sestero, who played Mark in the movie.
In the Room.
In the Room, yeah. Who's also in the movie, as is Tommy Wiseau, on a contractually obligated cameo. So we'll see how that works out. But so this is basically a book detailing the behind the scenes of how this movie was made and the infamy that it's gained since.
And if you haven't seen The Room, go and see it, just because you will bust something laughing at the terribleness of it.
It's so good.
Well, don't actually.
I don't think
don't pay for it.
I don't think it's terrible. I think it's a feat of genius. I do.
Completely unintentionally.
So, we're planning to do because there's not a huge amount on for us to see next week, so we're planning to do a underappreciated movie of the week review, and I think we're going to go with The Room for that one next week. So
I don't know if underappreciated is the right term for that. I think it's more
cult movie because it's so awful.
Yeah, so bad it's good.
I don't even know if you call it a movie. Let's just call it a thing. It's a thing that
we're
we're doing next week.
It's a cult experience. It's an experience.
We'll come up with a better term for it.
We'll talk about that more next week. But the basic premise of this movie is it's a behind-the-scenes retelling of how this movie was made, how the hell this movie got made.
But it's
very
got
badly.
James Franco and
Dave Franco, Seth Rogen, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
There's a huge cast to it.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
This might actually be a lot better than the actual film itself.
So what else did we get? We got a trailer for Jigsaw.
Yeah, which we don't have a name for.
Yeah. What do you mean?
didn't see the trailer. I mean, you thought it was called Saw Legacy?
I thought it was called Saw Legacy. I don't know why.
But apparently it's called Jigsaw.
So yeah, it looks interesting. I'm not a massive Saw fan, but I'm curious to see. I think it's going to fail, truth be told. But I'm curious to see how they bring it back.
I don't know. How long is it since the last one? It's a few years now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer because I have no interest in
I can't remember it word for word, but in the trailer it said something about reclaiming Halloween. I think this is becoming a thing. They realised
trying to get it back from Paranormal Activity.
We need a Halloween movie to release every year, and I think that's why these films fail, because they're clearly just made for Halloween. They're not made because there's a story to tell.
But then people do go to see them because they want to see a scary movie at Halloween.
Yeah, but you could do a good movie for Halloween. You know,
we finally got away from the torture porn movies. I don't like the fact they're bringing them back.
No, please.
Well,
They had a short-lived little fame. Let it just die now.
Okay. We got a trailer for The Snowman.
That looks good.
Michael Fassbender.
See, that could come out at Halloween. That'd be quite a good film.
Is this
a
Does
horror?
it come out at Halloween?
It does come out in October.
Okay, so
is it a horror film?
The trailer made it seem like a horror film, but it might be a thriller.
Okay.
It's certainly not a comedy.
It's definitely not
killed
light-hearted.
snowmen.
Might be a romance. You don't know.
There aren't enough
Involving
snowman-related
killer
romance films.
The way these things are marketed, you never know.
Doesn't Jack Frost have some romance in it? Pretty
Possibly.
sure.
But that's a kids' film.
You just wait till next year and they bring out
That's beside the
Snow,
point.
actually. I would see that.
Aww.
They announced that Cloverfield 3 has been pushed back till next year, which I'm kind of sad about.
It's not even
those
really
films.
the name of it, is it? It's an unannounced Cloverfield project, untitled Cloverfield project or something, isn't it? They never give it a proper name.
No. We got a recruitment trailer for Pacific Rim 2 Uprising.
Yay.
Okay.
It's not so much a trailer as it is like they're
Program
recruiting
thing,
you
yeah.
for the Jaeger program. It's kind of cool. It's cool publicity. It's got John Boyega in it, so we'll see. I don't think Charlie Hunnam's in it
to see
this
that
year.
one.
Might not be.
Oh, that'd be a shame. Never mind.
The only other news there was is Ivan Reitman did an interview where he said that there's planning another Ghostbusters live action film alongside an animated film, whatever that will be. They're talking about some kind, I don't think this is Sony. He's talking about some kind of sorry, I'm just reading on my notes. I've written Ghostbusters. I'm supposed to write 2019 and I've written it in 20198.
Right, okay.
That's a long way
long
away.
way to go.
Well,
That's a very, very long time away.
they've got plenty of time to get it right anyway.
Regardless.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're talking about having it as like an open world, again, cinematic universe for Ghostbusters. What that means.
So a different set of Ghostbusters.
I think they're looking, I assume, into some way of tying the original 84 movie with the 2016 one.
But that's not cinematic universe. That's tying your films together as like sequels.
It's just some sort of logic to them. That's really all it is.
You can't just put cinematic universe with everything.
I personally don't mind the new Ghostbusters film. I appreciate it's not great. I also personally don't think the 84 one is that good. As good as people make it out to be.
Yeah. Again, that's another cult film.
Absolutely. But I think they would be best just to wash their hands of it and start again. If they're going to do it, start again. You can't possibly screw it up more than they did last year.
No.
And that was purely for the sake of publicity. The film itself is not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Take the Ghostbusters title off of it.
I blame Paul Feig a lot as well because he does engage the haters online.
Yeah, he should have just ignored it probably. But it's hard. I mean, I can understand. If it's a labour of love like that, it's difficult not to want to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Especially when a lot of the backlash is for things that it has nothing to do with the movie itself.
Although I did appreciate that line that they put in the movie.
Which was
when they're looking at the YouTube video.
Ain't no bitch is going to hunt no ghosts.
Oh.
Yeah, I quite appreciate
I was
that.
thinking of the bit where they put it in the trailer the first time when it was like, is that pointed or not? Leslie, when she says,
I don't know
if this is a
race thing or a lady thing.
But
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so that's it. Anyone else got anything? Because it's been a pretty slow week.
Not really, just the fact that Ben Affleck may not continue playing Batman.
Yeah, this is very strange. I don't understand.
Yeah, DC are in trouble if their cinematic universes start recasting their main
superhero
at this point.
I mean, I get when they recast the Hulk, but this is very different.
But that kind of happened before they really set up. I mean, they say their cinematic universe started with Iron Man. Obviously, the Hulk was a year or a couple of years before that, which did star Edward Norton, was that one?
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
And that is included in the cinematic universe because the person playing the General Ross
is the same.
But other than that, there's not really a lot to go from that, and they sort of started it from 2008, so there's not a lot of people who changed.
This is the problem with doing Batman. If you're recasting Batman, it's the equivalency of Marvel recasting Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man.
Yeah,
either write him out.
Do that.
I'm not saying that Ben Affleck is the definitive Batman, because as far as I know, he's only been in one movie and a cameo.
Yeah.
At that.
But,
so,
I mean, they've changed Batman multiple times. I mean, even across the original set of movies, they had three different. Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton,
George Clooney.
Yeah.
So there's at least three different Batman. And then
Batman.
And then obviously with the new ones you've got Christian Bale. So it's not, it's like James Bond. It's the character, not the actor.
Yeah, but they're not making a James Bond cinematic universe with four different James Bonds.
That's the trouble. That is the trouble. And what you were saying is that they're talking about doing it separately. So
no, they said it might be an option where he does his own solo movies and there's someone else with Justice League or the other way around. I think they said that that's not really feasible.
It's not feasible because that would be just confusing. You'd be like, is there two Batmans? See, I'm saying Batman, and that doesn't make sense, but Batman's doesn't work either. Which is it?
Holy plurals, Batman. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what they do with that. Okay, so let's get on to our trivia for the week.
Right.
Can we recap the score so far?
Yep.
So far, Vicky's in the lead with 25. Amy is second with 13. I'm last with 9. It's a respectable 9. I'm nearly in double digits.
We have a chance to redeem ourselves this week as Vicky is asking the questions and therefore cannot score any more points.
Damn right.
I've done a bonus round where I can score points.
If you've got the answers, it doesn't count, okay? And even if I got all 10 questions right, I still wouldn't have caught you. But, hey, let's just see how we go.
Are we ready?
I think so.
I started out with a nice, easy one.
Okay.
Get us all in the mood, yeah?
Okay.
Ready?
It's going to be really hard, I can already tell. Go for it.
It's a sarcastic look on her face.
Because she knows this week she can't possibly get any questions
face,
wrong.
Dan. You know this by now.
I'm still not used to it.
Sarcasm is my default.
Question 1.
Question 1.
Question 1. I still don't understand why we're doing this.
Okay, we're going to do it for now, so just roll with it, because we can't do this every time. Continue.
We should until you explain it to me.
Question 1.
Question 1.
I've already said it.
Did you just say question 1? Is everything okay?
Right. What number is Lightning McQueen? Dan.
95.
Yes.
Darn it! Well, I didn't have my hand ready or anything. I wasn't prepared. I was so stupid.
Sorry.
Right.
Okay, go.
Question 2.
Question 2.
Question 2. I'm sorry. I was worried about the position of my hand.
Are you practicing your hand positions
I
on
was
the
trying
bell?
to get you to put your hand on the table so you're not cheating.
What?
Hand on the table.
Does it matter? It's the first to hit the bell.
Anyway, question 2.
Question 2.
What number was the fabulous Hudson Hornet, which was taken in tribute by Cruise?
Oh.
Literally in sync.
Right, I'm going to have to flip a coin or something because I can't
I'll
tell.
concede to Amy.
Okay.
I don't know the answer. Wait. Was it 50? No. Damn.
Was it 15?
No.
Oh.
55.
12?
Oh, that's close.
You were the closest. If we were doing closest, Amy, you would have won.
Well, I should get a point for that.
No, you shouldn't. It was the wrong answer.
Right.
Less wrong than your answer.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Question 3, not 3.
3. Question 3, innit?
What year was the first Cars movie released?
2006.
Well done.
I didn't know that, so I couldn't have answered it anyway.
Question 4.
Question 4.
4.
How many Pixar films have there been up to and including Cars 3?
Ooh.
Answer any time, people.
I'm counting them on my fingers, man.
Yes.
17?
No.
What?
No.
I can't be that far off, right?
That wasn't the answer, though.
Yeah, I know that, but I can't be that far
I've
off.
got up to 10, but I feel like I can't remember anymore.
Okay, your tummy's up, you've got to answer. I was pressured into it.
No, I'm pressured into it.
Guess.
13.
No.
What?
Keep guessing.
19?
No.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Are you sure? Do you have the answer?
My first guess.
No, he's
The 19.
Yeah.
11.
No. 18. You went one above and one below. I laughed at you.
Okay.
I got as far as 12 and I was like, I can't remember any more
was-
films.
17 was close, so I'm happy with my guess.
You still didn't get it right though, did you?
I didn't have enough time to calculate 18 movies.
It's something you either know or you don't really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, go for it.
What is the name of the... Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Question 5.
Question 5.
Question 5.
What is the name of the actor who has been in every Pixar film to date? Dan.
John Hamm?
No.
I don't know. I know he played Ham. Maybe his name's John.
Amy.
Oh! I do know it.
Well, if Amy gets this wrong, you can
Is
answer.
it John Lasseter?
No, that's
No,
the...
he directed it.
That's the
Was it-
creator.
was
Oh
it-
God, what's his name?
John Rosenberger or something
No,
like
it's not
that.
John anybody, is it?
That's close enough.
Frank Rosenberger?
John Ratzenberg.
I said that.
How
That's what I
is
said.
that close enough? Rosenberger, Ratzenberg. It's not the same thing.
It's
I'm giving him a
Ratzenberger.
point for that.
Closer than
Ratzenberger.
I'm giving him a point for that. It wasn't
I
right.
know. I answered wrong. It was closer than John Lasseter.
You can
At
have
least
half
he
a
was
point.
a real person.
You can have a
So is
point
John
for saying the name
Ratzenberg.
close enough. It's the same sound of name. You can have half a point.
How do I do
You get
that?
half is 0.5.
Thanks.
2.5.
Okay, I'll have half a point. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Rude.
Well,
Oh God, I'm sucking at this. Go on,
Fine.
let's go.
Question 6.
Question 6.
What is the name of the mad school bus from the Demolition Derby? Dan.
Miss.
Stop ringing if you don't know the answer.
I'm going to ring anyway because I have to beat her.
How does that work? You've got like 10 seconds.
I don't remember it.
Amy.
I don't remember it.
Miss Frink? Oh, close. It's a F.
He's a fur. Yeah.
No.
Miss Frank? Something close to that.
Miss Fritter.
Fritter!
I didn't think these were going to be that hard. I'm sorry.
It's not that. I think my memory for this sort of stuff just doesn't stick.
It's easy enough when you're writing the questions because you could just see
It
the
always
answers.
is. No, they're not even hard questions. It's just that not something that we've retained, I guess.
I only saw the film like 4 hours ago. I have no excuse.
You really don't.
Question 7.
Question 7.
Question 7.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
No.
Okay. What is the name of the town? This is a 2-part question. And you get half point for each part, so you have to listen to it all the way through.
Okay.
What is the name of the town where McQueen settles down and what road is it on? Dan.
Radiator Springs, Route 66.
Well done.
Hey. Sorry.
Hey, you're an actor.
The Fonzie gets a point. Question 8.
The Fonzie Daily Triplets.
Question 8.
Question 8.
Which British Formula 1 driver guest starred in Cars 3? Amy.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yes.
Finally!
Question 9.
Question 9.
Question 9.
How many piston cups did Doc Hudson win? Amy.
5.
No. Dan.
15.
No.
Is it even close to either of those answers?
3.
Oh, I was closer than you.
15.
Again, doesn't work.
Oh, but your name being close enough worked, didn't it?
That was close enough.
Question 10.
Question 9?
No, question 10.
You sure?
Question 9 is piston cups.
Well, we definitely did question 9 just now. So
I'm so far.
try again.
Question
You
10.
don't get it done again, Dan, just because you lost.
Question
I
10.
thought that's how it worked. Question 10.
Right, which Pixar film has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score? Dan.
Cars 2.
No.
Highest.
I heard rotten. I just
yeah.
thought it was negative. I know it now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Toy Story 3.
Amy, it was a split between Toy Story 1 or 2.
What?
Yeah, what? I'm not following you.
Rotten Tomatoes, the scores they have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they can have like 100%. And
Yeah.
both Toy Story 1 and 2 have 100%, so either of those could have won. You chose Toy
I
Story
thought
3.
the third one was better than the rest of them. I thought it did better.
I would have said the same.
I was close. I wasn't wrong.
I know, but you just picked the only one
And
that didn't.
I do think that that's slightly
I had-
biased that they both have 100%. They're
is
great
pretty-
movies. They're not perfect movies
The
by
third
any.
one's the best one.
No. Rotten Tomatoes is
Yeah.
not all it's cracked up to be.
Well, we've got a bonus one, which is quite a hard question.
Well, we bloody need it at
Yeah.
this point. Go
and
on.
I had a super hard bonus round, which, you know.
We can't even get the easy questions
No.
right, so we...
Right, bonus. What
Fluffed.
alias did McQueen use at Demolition Derby? See, I don't remember this. I just love the name when I found it.
Was it? I thought it was a number.
No.
Was it a
Well,
name?
he
He did have a number.
I know the number.
What's the number?
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even I knew that, but... Oh, it was like... Whittlemore... Oh. It was some random... weird name.
I don't remember it.
Whittle...
Chester Whipplefilter.
See? I was
Okay.
Yeah.
somewhat on the right thing. Chester Whipple filter.
My Ultra Challenge bonus round.
Is...
Name all 18 Pixar movies.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I think
Bug's
we should
Life.
just- Oh, I forgot that one.
Toy Story. You're off to a terrible start. Toy Story 2. Toy Story 3. Finding Nemo. Finding Dory. The Incredibles. I'm trying to remember them in order. Otherwise I'm going to get confused. Ratatouille. Wall-E. The Good Dinosaur. I'm totally out of order now.
Yeah.
Cars. Cars 2. Cars 3. So that's 13. Don't tell me. I can get them.
We're down to the last 5.
How can I be missing this many?
I can think of 2 off the top of my head.
It's not as easy as you think.
It's really not. Brave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was forgetting that's Pixar and not Disney.
So it's what, 4 more? 5 more. 5 more?
4 more.
4 more. Oh,
Oh,
man,
14.
how can I be missing Incredibles? Trying to...
You've missed 2 very...
If Amy helps me, can we split the point?
He's already got a 0.5 and point anyway.
Because I don't
Monsters Inc. Monsters University.
Yeah, true. Crap. How did I forget those?
Oh, Up. Yes, Up.
There's one more.
There's one more. What's the last one? Jesus Christ.
Crap.
Mine is Disney, right? That's not Pixar.
No, one, or the both all Disney, but
Yeah, no, but it's not. It's Disney Classics, not Pixar. Disney.
Jesus. Did you see that one, Jesus? It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
I feel like it was maybe an obscure one that didn't do so well, but the only one I remember that didn't do so well was A Good Dinosaur.
Yeah, and you said that one.
I know. I said Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Am I thinking earlier? Is there something we missed early on? Nemo. Incredibles.
Toy Story.
Quickly go through them again.
So, alright. A
Toy
Bug's
Story
Life, Toy Story 1, 2, 3. The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. Ratatouille, Wall-E,
Good Dinosaur.
Good Dinosaur, Cars 1,
1,
2, 3,
3,
Monsters Inc.,
Monsters Inc.
Monsters University, that's 15.
15.
And then we said Up,
You didn't say Brave.
Brave.
One more.
That's the last one.
Come on!
So it's a single film, it's not part of a sequel or
No.
anything, so...
This was a solo film on its own.
Oh, this is driving me nuts. Oh, Inside Out.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Hey!
Yay!
Can I just say I got the answer to question 2 wrong. It's 51, not 55. I wrote it down wrong.
What's that? The
number
one. So I was
Yeah.
even closer.
You
I was
were.
one number off. I think I should get a
You
point.
were still wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
so
as
do
close.
we get half a point for that?
You
I
know.
was as close to getting that right as you were to getting that person's name right.
Okay, well, good game anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Just me clapping. So,
Yeah.
the
Sure.
final tally stands
I don't
at
like this. I only have
Vicky's
1 point
still in the
now.
lead. She doesn't play and she's still so far in the lead. Amy's second with 14.5 and I'm last with 13.5, but it's getting closer. It's getting closer.
You are catching up finally. It's good.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Move the bells out of the way so they don't keep dinging as we talk.
Next week, it's you doing the trivia next week.
No, it's you because
No.
you start it.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
You, Amy, me.
We'll be doing trivia for the room.
Trivia for that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so let's get onto it. Cars 3.
Cars 3.
That's 3.
So,
We're doing
Guys,
that like
we're
a
having
question.
this-
Seriously,
So-
I need an explanation as to why we're doing that.
because
Yeah.
it's fun.
Just randomly started doing it. I
just
thought it was like a
understand it.
thing, but
It
I'm
is a
not
thing. It's our
clear
thing.
on
So
why
Cars
it's a
3
thing.
is briefly the last movie in the Cars
the
in
last?
the
We're
Cars
definitely
trilogy. Who would have thought of all the
know.
Pixar films? And this is
They had to do
this is
something to
kind of
redeem
a
themselves after the second one.
it's kind of a legacy story. So that the plot is that Lightning McQueen's kind of ran his course as a racer, as a professional racer. And he's sort of reaching a point now where these new rookies are coming in and taking over, and he's realising he's not as fast as he used to be. Times are changing, and he's kind of reaching retirement age.
The rookies are taking over.
So this is about the last race that he can
Potentially.
really participate in, and this is like a make or break for him.
I was pleasantly surprised by it.
And obviously,
Yeah.
just spoilers going in. What did we think?
Yeah. I was
I
pleasantly
liked it.
surprised by it. I did not want another Cars film.
Not
Especially
after the
after
second
2.
one.
I didn't think that even a sequel to Cars would be necessary, but they make so much money out of merchandising for this. It is one of the highest grossing merchandise. I mean, even over Toy Story, which has so many toys it can sell.
But I think the reason for that is because it's based on cars, which is
Yeah.
a very easy thing to sell to children.
Yeah.
You know, they want cars anyway,
So
so
obviously-
a Disney version is just even better.
With all the sales it can make from that, of course they're going to make a sequel, but I think they just went so wrong with Cars 2.
I see what they were trying to do.
I
Mater
don't.
was the most popular thing about the first film, so they were trying to put him centre stage and make it a Mater movie, but it just didn't.
Well, the
pan
fact
out.
they made it a spy movie is not like Cars is meant to be that racing anyway. That's why they're Cars. 2, they put it in kind of a human world. I mean, I could watch Cars and not think about like, well, how do they do that if they're Cars? But I watched Cars 2. It's like, well, they can't do that. The Cars. They can't do that. The Cars.
I saw it too.
Did you?
I did.
Poor Dan's
I
waved his
did.
hand
I
in the
saw it
corner.
today.
You saw it today, and
I
what
did.
did you think? Did you like it or not?
I really liked it more than the first movie. It's my
I liked it
favourite of
just
the
as
three.
much, probably.
Yeah.
I'd say just as much as the first one. At least.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I'm glad that, as you say, they learnt their lesson and didn't make it the made to show again.
Yeah, I think he was back to being funny in this, which is what he should be. He should
He
be.
still kind of annoyed me, even in his.
Oh, he didn't annoy me.
I think they used him as sparingly as they could without not putting him in
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Which I think was a very good thing.
Yeah, it really was a Jar Jar Binks all over again with him. Nobody liked
They
the
binksed all over
character.
themselves.
I'm sure the little kids liked him,
Yeah.
but
I'm not in the first
Yeah, I
one.
liked him in the first movie, but I think the second movie kind of ruins the character for me because it was just too much.
Yeah.
And I've only seen the second one in bits while it's been on TV.
I've
So
seen
I
it.
sat down and
I've
watched
seen
it first.
90% of the movie and then fell asleep.
Yeah.
We both fell asleep, missed the end. That doesn't tell you much about the film.
I may try to rewatch it just because I had so much fun with this one.
No.
That I was like, maybe it can't be as bad as I remember
It
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 being.
is. It really
It
is.
is.
Well,
But no,
Regardless. But this
film-
one was very good.
Yeah, it definitely went back to its roots, which was the racing.
it's
And
Route
stuck with
66.
lightning.
Hey.
As the lead character, rather
Yeah.
than veering off into something else. So.
And they had a very similar theme to the first movie as well, because obviously McQueen was the rookie coming out, and this time he was the old timer who was getting beaten by the rookies.
Yeah.
So it had a very nostalgic theme.
It
Did you
had
notice
a
the-
full circle kind
Did you
of
notice the
feeling, yeah.
opening was almost beat for beat like the first movie?
Yes.
Even with that shot, that vertical shot down on the tracks where they previously had the Cars logo,
Yeah.
with them all driving over it. I loved it. I thought it was really reminiscent of the 2006 version.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is clearly the last movie.
I think it
Yeah.
should be.
I'm glad they ended this way.
Yeah.
I don't think, unfortunately, this is one of my criticisms of the film, is that this is clearly playing off of the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
The problem that I had, the only real problem I had with this movie is that it was, as you said, Amy, very reminiscent of Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
The
I thought that
difference
was a good
being
thing.
that when Toy Story came out, we were kids. It came out in 94.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We were kids, so we grew up with these characters. We were adults when Toy Story 3 came out. So for us, it was like we grew up with these characters, and it
was
felt
like us
like
going
moving
off to
on.
college with Andy, yeah.
We were changing in our lives. We were growing up. We had to get jobs, and it kind of felt sad in that regard. With this movie, this only came out 10 years ago, nearly. We were adults when we saw the first Cars, so it didn't quite have that impact for me that they were going for. I'm sure for other kids growing up with it.
Yeah, I see your point. I mean, it's not like it made me cry. Toy Story 3 made me cry.
And Toy Story had
So,
three movies,
still makes
three
me cry.
great
Yeah.
movies to get you to these characters. Cars had the first one, and
In
this one.
fairness, even with Toy Story, the second one is my least favourite of the three. But, that's personal preference. But no, I agree with you that the nostalgia doesn't land the same way for us with this as it would with something we watched as children.
Yeah.
No.
But I could appreciate it for what it was and see
I can
what they were
respect
going
what they were
for.
doing, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
liked the fact that it reminded me of Toy Story 3. That added something to it for me. I felt like, not in a, obviously it wasn't reminiscent plot wise or anything, but that sort of the weightiness to it of something ending and changing.
Yeah.
I
That
did
was
think that the
present.
jokes weren't as funny as I would have liked them to be. The first
No.
movie I had, like the tractor scene originally, made me laugh really
Yeah.
hard.
Oh no! But I did really find it funny when Cruz is actually on the racetrack and
Yeah.
she imagines
Yeah.
them all turning into cows. That was funny.
It
But
was.
yeah, I mean, it was still funny, but not as funny.
I
as the
think
first one.
again the problem is that we didn't grow up with these movies, so we were slightly older when we saw them. So it doesn't have that nostalgia. I think a lot of the time that's what made Toy Story so successful, which is why the majority of the people that love Toy Story and give it such high reviews were adults.
Yeah.
I feel like
This is no
actually
different.
for a Pixar movie there was less of those moments because often with Disney and Pixar you get those moments where the joke is for the adults and
Yeah.
it doesn't play for the kids. They wouldn't even notice it, but for you pick up on it. There was less of that. I noticed one,
Yeah. Which
the
was-
taxi. Did anyone else notice that?
What was
When
that?
they were doing the derby, demolition derby, the taxi
There was
went
a
off in
taxi.
front of him and he was
Yeah.
like, "I'm driving here."
Yeah.
No,
No, I didn't think about
I
that.
caught that one.
No, I
But
felt there was a lot of
there
jokes
wasn't
told. I
much.
don't feel like a lot of them landed
No,
really
maybe
as
not.
jokes. I think there were a lot of references that adults would have got.
It was.
but-
I think this is very much where Toy Story was. Toy Story was the crown jewel of what Pixar have done. They're not.
Yeah.
They're never going to best that. I don't think.
That's why
This
they keep making
was-
more of them.
This is the lesser Toy Story. It's a great story. The characters just aren't as good. They're not as relatable, and it's just never
Not all
quite
of
reached the
them,
heights
anyway.
that Toy Story did.
I think it's very, very thin in the world that it's in, there's not a lot to go for. I think that the movie was kind of to sell toys. I think there's not really a lot outside of racing they can really explore about the world without you starting to think too much about it.
That's why the second one didn't play.
I miss the fact that there weren't that many car puns. I quite like that about the first movie. The fact that you're having a world replaced by cars. There's no humans, and it's everything that humans do. Cars. You've got a line for the girls' cars, toilets that are sort of going down there. I like seeing stuff like that. They didn't
play that up as much in this one.
No,
I suppose because they've already done it. But
they had chances to. You know, when Nathan Fillion's character was when Sterling was talking about all the merchandise and stuff. I thought that would have been a great chance to have car puns.
I did quite enjoy the mud flap references, especially when Mate was like, "You make a quality mud flap."
Church mud flaps and Sunday mud flaps.
So we had Owen Wilson again. Really good in this role. He's got a great voice. Although, there was I don't know how public it went. There was a Facebook video of lightsaber scenes with Star Wars with Owen Wilson just going wow, wow, wow. And then he did it. He did it in this movie. There's a couple times where he went wow, and that's all I could think of.
Oh, poor Owen Wilson.
He's great.
No, I mean I like him anyway, and Lightning's great. Especially in this one,
it's nice to see him in that role of
the first one
kind of being brought down a peg.
Yeah, in the first one. He's so cocky, and it's nice in this one that you get him more in a mentoring role, when he realises that what he needs to do now is teach someone else how to do it.
I thought that was a good direction they could take his character in, because obviously in the first one he is very arrogant, and that's the point of the character.
Yeah.
Is that he has to go and kind of earn some humility.
Yeah.
Now, let's not do Cruise the movie now.
No, that's not.
Let's just finish it there.
They might do it.
Well, they've already got the planes spin-off.
Yeah.
Well, the one that's going into space.
But that's
okay. They haven't done anything in space apart from WALL-E.
But that's
not Pixar. Planes is Disney. It's not Pixar.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But
I always forget that.
No, I did feel it was a good direction to take the character in, because there's not really much you could have done with his character. They didn't really use him in Cars 2, so he couldn't have been developed that far in there anyway. No. But obviously he has been on the track for a while. He is being taken over by all these rookies. He is pushing himself to go faster, and I think in the way it's telling the story, he is pushing himself to go faster, and he should go out in his last race and finally beat him and then retire. But obviously that's not the way it takes, because he realises that what he's being good at over this whole period of trying to get himself to go faster is mentoring Cruz to be able to race the first race.
I liked that. This is why I think it was so familiar when I watched the film, because it was so reminiscent of the first Cars. You started with a big race, and you had him go away to learn how to better himself, then come back. But they did change it. The ending was what really sold it for me.
Yeah. I really liked that. I did not expect him. I could see it coming that he was going to end up being the pit crew, like the chief for Cruz, and he was going to get her to race. I saw that coming, but I didn't expect him to give up partway through the race. I thought he would finish the race and then he would encourage her.
I realised he was as soon as they sent Cruz away.
And
I thought, okay, well, they're going to get her back in some way. That's the way.
But I also thought it was nice that they managed to work it in that because he started the race, he won too, so he could race if he wanted.
Sort of thing. That was good. So as we said, we have Matar, who was pushed back a bit, which is
in a good way.
Good decision
he was in it
for
enough
Pixar.
Without too much.
It's nice that Pixar did learn that.
Yeah.
Learn from their mistakes.
But even
I don't blame them for trying, but
I'm sure if
unfortunately they're trying with something that's such a financial risk. You got to be sure.
See, after the first one, Mater is probably my favourite character, and if you told me that they were going to make Cars 2 focus on him, I would have been all for it. But sometimes things that you think are going to work just don't.
I don't think a spy movie was the right it was the right vehicle for the film.
It's far too easy to do puns with this film. I
don't think it was the right thing to do. I think it just took it too far out of the Cars world, because Cars is meant to be about the good old Americana, Route 66, and all the little towns.
And they went to Europe.
And this film had a lot of those South American notes in it, very southern.
And Cars 2 literally took it out of it. Like they had a lot of it was in England and like.
And don't make Mater a secret. Was he a secret agent? Yeah, that's just stupid.
Yes.
It was, and I think the whole thing was just a huge misstep, and I think they learned their lesson. And Cars is like the lowest rated Pixar movie of all time.
The first one, even.
Cars 2, sorry.
I was going to say.
So this time we got, in place of Mater, we got Cruz,
Yes.
That was a lot better.
She
Played by
was good.
Cristela Alonso.
She's
I
not been in anything that
I
we've
had to
seen.
IMDb her during the movie because I thought her voice actually had notes of Ellen DeGeneres a little bit every now and then. I felt like I recognised it. But
Alright.
no, I don't know what else she's been. She hasn't done a lot.
She hasn't. She's quite new to this kind of franchise as far as I can tell.
Interesting that she'd land such a high profile
Yeah.
role though.
But I really liked she was as much the main character as McQueen.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. And I liked that they had like a trainee mentor vibe for the whole thing. I, at one point, was a bit scared when I realised that she was going to be a female lead, that they was going to try and do some sort of romance, love triangle thing. I thought,
Yeah.
thankfully
Not
they did
between
not.
cars. That'd be weird.
Exactly.
I
Weird
knew
enough
that
you
they
had a
were.
relationship with
I
her.
knew they were going in the direction that they went with her almost from the beginning when
Yeah.
you saw her on the simulator hitting 193, and they made a point of showing you that. I was like, well, that's
Yeah.
clearly significant that she's nearly beating the what's his name?
Jackson.
Jackson. When he 217 was his highest. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, she's not far from that. That's clearly
Yeah.
important.
Exactly.
But no, I really liked her character. She wasn't annoying. She was really quite peppy at first. When she's his trainer, she was really funny, like doing all the Zumba thing, like treating him like he's a very elderly old man.
capped it
Drip
at 5
train
miles
and
per
everything.
hour. Oh, the drip try was hilarious.
And then taking a nap. He's like, I don't need a nap. Oh, that nap was refreshing.
I just like her naming her wheels and getting him to name his own, like righty, lefty, backy, junior.
It was good.
Very
I
good.
thought she was
One of
very-
hers was like a
Debbie
really-
Richardson.
Debbie Richardson. Don't ask.
Sorry. No, I thought she was a very refreshing character. She was very good, and it was nice to see her story arc going from obviously she's a trainer and then she wins the demolition derby and then like do you
Kind
really
of by
think,
accident.
Yeah. Do you really think I want to be a trainer? I wanted to be a race car, but I freaked out and then.
No.
But no, I really enjoyed that story, and it was a good direction to take it because it meant that McQueen could do his thing and realise his role in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought she was very good.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
really liked Nathan Fillion. I mean, I like
Yeah.
everything he's in. Really,
I did
I
in
love
so
him.
much as he was horrible, but that's
He
what he was supposed
wasn't
to be.
horrible. No, his character wasn't
By
horrible.
the
He
end,
was
he was
just
horrible.
He was just no, he wasn't horrible. He was just corporate.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
in charge of a
Bottom
company,
line,
and
yeah.
that's just
Bottom line.
I could tell the second he came on the screen, it's like, I love him, but he's going to be somewhat of a
sort
bad
of
guy.
the
in
bad
this.
guy. Yeah. In as much as anybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
But I did
him
like the
and
fact that everybody was a McQueen fan. That was quite cool to
Yeah.
Storm. He's doing the little car. Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
see. And we got all the old.
the twins.
I say all the old gang back, the Radiant Springs gang. I don't feel like I know them that well.
No.
Even after 3 movies, it didn't feel like I cared
They
about.
weren't
Apart
really in
from
the second one.
apart from Luigi, who's the only one I
Yeah.
really like. The
Yeah.
others I don't tend to care about
Guido.
too much.
Guido.
Yeah, Guido.
Guido,
Those
yeah.
two went along on the journey with him, so
Yeah.
that was-
Exactly.
The other characters I
Right,
feel
right.
like you could take them or leave them. They're not
Yeah.
really important. Apart from Mac.
Max,
who's
great.
always
Yeah.
great. We got new
Hey,
we got
John
new guys in this
Ratzenberger.
one. We got Jackson Storm and the new rookies, which was quite cool
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see.
That was an interesting. Oh, and what was her name? Natalie Certain.
Natalie Thurston, yeah.
She was annoying. I mean, not the
Yeah.
character. No, not the actress. The character. Which
Yeah.
is
She's the one who
purposeful.
she's the one who did all the stats.
Yeah.
The
There's one thing I'm
statistics.
certain of, like, yeah, okay,
And
how many
Chip.
times are you going to make that joke?
And she was with Chip as well.
Chuck.
What was Chip?
And the teapot in Beauty and the Beast. The teacup. in
That's
Beauty
the
and Beast.
cup. No, I don't know what his name is. The green car that was in
Yeah.
the first film with him.
Who,
the
in
antagonist.
the first film, was played by Michael Keaton. Who we are apparently
Was he?
mentioning in every single podcast.
Michael Keaton is like everywhere this year. It's
I
like
know.
the year of Michael
Well,
Keaton.
that was 2006. He wasn't
That's not
in this
weird.
film.
It was
as him.
Chick.
Chuck.
Chick. So we were
Chick
both
Hicks.
wrong and we were close.
Yeah.
Not right.
It was Chick Hicks.
Chick Hicks. And this one he was played by Bob Peterson. Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. But he has apparently been in a lot of the Pixar movies by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. Finding Nemo.
And it was Michael Keaton,
yeah.
the first one.
I have to rewatch it now
Yeah.
and listen to his voice.
So anyway, this film had Smokey in place of
Doc.
Doc.
Yeah. I
Was
quite
he in the
like that.
second Doc?
No, because,
because it
Paul
wasn't-
Newman died before or just as they released Cars. So
Okay.
that was his last movie and his highest grossing movie actually. So they actually got all the parts of his voice in this because they recorded hours and hours and hours of him talking about cars and racing because that was Paul Newman's passion.
Ah.
So they recorded hours and hours and hours of it and
They just
I
picked
think
bits out for this one.
yeah, and the
Oh,
director
that's
went
nice,
through and
though.
listened to all of the dialogue that he recorded from the first film, picked out bits that they could use as little training montages in flashbacks, which I thought
That
was
was cool.
quite nice, really. A good memory for him. like some people claiming it's like, oh, it's a bit ghoulish to do it because he's died. I don't think that.
It's no less ghoulish than recreating. God, I'm terrible with names tonight.
Carrie Fisher.
Star Wars. Yeah.
General Palpatine.
No.
No. Ian McDermott's still alive.
Yeah.
No.
Carrie.
What's it? I feel so bad because he's such a prolific actor in Rogue One.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the character's name.
What's his name?
Gosh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Palpatine, right?
No, not Palpatine.
I can't remember.
No, I don't remember. I'll remember as soon as you say it.
Tarkin.
Played by...
I want to say Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, I feel awful for forgetting that.
It's alright, you've got a lot on your mind for cars, it's fine.
It's just no excuse.
Struggling with that as it is.
But no, I felt it was a good little tribute to him. It played the character he was playing before. His recordings he's already done. It fitted in with the character.
It's not like they ripped apart things instead.
It was good.
And it was in flashbacks.
It wasn't a Frankenstein type of thing.
It wasn't making him a character now.
Yeah.
It was remembering him as a character that he was.
And honouring his memory.
I did find it strange. The fact they talked about the fact that Doc had died. And then with Cruise, she said that she was a really big fan of Lightning McQueen growing up. And I'm thinking, it's quite strange.
Are they?
No, I just think it's quite strange to think of cars being born, growing older, dying.
See, that is when you start to think too much into the world and it falls apart.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
It's like the first movie didn't have a lot of that for me. The second movie had loads, but there are things when you start to look at it, like, how do they work that? They've got no hands. And the only part it happened in the third movie was McQueen taped the trophy back together. Like, how did you tape that? You've got no arms, dude. How'd you do it?
That's why that happened off screen.
Yeah.
Why do they have windows? Why do they have doors?
Yeah.
It's a bit, odd.
Yeah, so if you start to think about it too much, you start to come out of the movie.
The whole thing unravels.
Exactly, which is why Cars 2 was a mistake, because they started putting too much detail into it.
Into the real world.
Yeah.
Alright, so the point I was going to make originally, we veered off.
We veered off to...
They've replaced Doc with Smokey in this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I quite like his character.
Smokey.
Yeah.
And all the old legends in the bar.
I liked that. I think now that McQueen is becoming an old legend, he can sort of join their ranks. It's quite good.
Which they did not miss a point of reminding us that he was old.
Over again.
I really want to talk about the Demolition Derby scene.
I love that.
It was so good.
I love that from
it was
beginning
really
to end.
funny.
It was a nice little refreshing little scene. They hadn't done anything like it before. It was quite funny. It was quite intense as well.
Yeah.
And it was just a really good way of introducing McQueen into something like that he's not done before.
Yeah.
And obviously Cruise as well.
Yeah.
I liked Miss Rita, the school bus, and just all the other characters were so funny.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. It kind of reminded me of when I used to play roller derby. It took me back into that kind of mindset. It's like, not just
smash
everything. Pretty much just smash everything, but also like the whole community, because you've got the bit where they're driving through first of all, and you've got the whole stores and everything, and it is that little community of people who get together, and I think they just played that really well. I thought it was very good.
I also love the fact that these people, these cars that are involved in this are really angry, aggressive cars, and as soon as they find out that McQueen's there, they turn to complete fanboys and fangirls or fan cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Fan
belts.
Well done.
Nice.
That is pun of the evening, Amy. Well done.
Fan belts aside.
Thank you.
But no, I think they did that really well because obviously that is how people in those kinds of sports act. Like in roller derby, like you are bashing the crap out of each other on the track all the time. But as soon as it's finished, you're like, oh, you hit me really hard. Well done. That's really good. Can I buy you a drink?
Yeah, it was great. And the animation is as usual. Pixar, fantastic.
Yes.
I feel like this is the first movie where it's felt like they're in a bit of a comfortable patch with their animations. They're not trying to push it any further because what they've done is so good at this point.
Yeah. I think if you'd taken the cars out at any point and just showed me a picture, I would have thought it was a photograph.
Yeah. I think the last film, in terms of animation, that really wowed me was Moana. This film was flawless. It was great. It just, it was so good that I was never aware of the animation. I was just thinking, that's a really cool effect. Like, it took me out of it. I was just so engrossed in the story.
The only time I noticed was when Vicky turned to me and said the landscape looked really realistic. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
It's kind of like Matt driving through all the landscapes and everything, and there's just all these different things. Like, trivia point, at one point they actually drive through the dinosaurs farm from The Good Dinosaur, like that kind of
landscape. I didn't know that.
Don't know that.
For next time.
What did you think of? I absolutely loved Lou, the animated short at the beginning.
Oh, that was so sweet.
So good.
Sweet. Oh, I loved it.
I never quite figured out what it meant specifically, what Lou was supposed to be, whether that was his imagination or whether it was an actual thing.
I don't think you
Or
needed
did I miss
to.
the point?
I don't think you needed to.
I
The
think
point
it
was to
yeah.
teach
Symbolic.
him.
Pixar, everything is alive.
Yeah.
Everything's
It was
alive.
really clever.
I was really sad when he got to the bottom of the box and there was nothing left.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very sad. No more Lou.
Oh!
Shut up.
But no, I really did like it. I kind of forgot they did an animated short at the beginning. Like, they showed all the children playing. I'm like, they don't have humans in cars. What's going on?
The kids did that as well. I had a whole cinema full of, is this Cars? Is this Cars?
I heard someone at the back going, "Oh, it's a short, isn't it?"
I was like,
Yeah.
that's not like McQueen,
Okay,
that's a
no.
sweater.
Yeah.
But close.
Definitely a sweater.
Yeah. No, it was good. So,
It was cute.
overall, as usual, scores out of 5.
Overall, really enjoyed it. It's not one of my favourites of the franchises that they have, but it was a very enjoyable movie and it hit me in the heart more than I expected it to. So I'm going to go with 4.
You
out
saw a
of 5.
4D version. Not supposed to hit you in the heart.
You know what I mean?
When you go to town, we're making you feel it
Yeah,
now.
it had a lot more emotion in it than I was expecting it to.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with 4.
I'm going to go with 3.5. I think it brought up a lot of nostalgia for the first one, but I also feel there was a lot of... we remember how much you loved the first one and what you loved of the first one, so we're just going to give it to you again, with a few details changed. But it wasn't so much that it felt like you're watching the first movie again. And I thought it was a good change of pace for the characters, and so I would give it a 3 and then an extra half a point because the animation was so fantastic.
Okay, fair. I would give it a 4. I was going to say 4.5, but no, I think 4. It was better than the first, which surprised me, and I think that's probably why my appreciation for
It
it
more
is
or
so
less
high.
did what the first one did, but did it better.
Yeah, animation, I won't even rate the animation because Pixar are top of their game for anything
Yeah.
that they do. I've never seen a badly animated film. Even Toy Story, the original one, which
For its
shows
time,
its age,
yeah.
still looks... Even I struggle with my animation skills to get anywhere near that quality, so...
I mean, to be fair, you're doing it on your own as opposed to with a team full of people.
And with no
A
money.
supercomputer.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Give me some money. Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought there's a nice send-off, a great way to end it. Good story for a third movie. It could have been a cash cow or cash tractor. Yeah, loved it. I thought it was really good and thoroughly enjoyed it to the point where I never sat there looking at my watch.
No.
Especially
I mean, it
because I don't
helps
own
that it's
Yeah.
not a particularly long film.
It does
Yeah.
help.
But
So that was it. Cars 3.
Cars 3.
What's next for Pixar on their road?
Coco.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And again, there was a little preview of that in Cars when she's showing when they're on the treadmill. It's like, you're a cloud, and the other guy was feeling homesick. She showed a picture of a Mexican town, and that was Coco.
I did. Yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah.
And Disney have got a Jack and the Beanstalk called Giant. Is it?
Okay,
Is that what it's called?
Oh,
It's supposed to be coming out sometime soon.
That's not live action.
Well,
That's
actually,
it.
next for Disney is Wreck-It Ralph 2. Comes out next year.
So excited.
Very excited.
Yeah.
I won't go into that because we covered that enough
Yeah,
last
we
week.
did well
Which,
last week, but yeah, very excited for that one.
listen to our previous podcast if you
and
haven't
also,
heard that one.
Incredibles 2 finally has a release date of June 15th next year.
Oh, wow. That's
So you got 2 coming out.
soon. I guess so.
Well, I suppose one's Pixar, one's Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Be a
Definitely.
big year for them. Incredibles is Pixar, remember? Wreck-It
Yeah.
Ralph's Disney.
Oh yeah, I always forget that because Wreck-It Ralph just feels like such a Pixar movie.
In as much the same way that
Yeah.
Brave feels like a Disney movie
I
as
always mix
opposed
those
to
two
Pixar.
up because
I always
they feel
do.
like they should be
The
swapped.
other way around. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. That's it for this week. We keep meaning to mention our social media. So this week I'm actually going to remember to do that. Look for us on Facebook at CinemaScoop Podcast. And Twitter, we're at CinemaScoop Pod. Because it doesn't give you enough characters for podcast.
You can also find our podcasts. We are on iTunes as well as SoundCloud. We're also on YouTube. Just search for CinemaScoop Podcast. So you can listen to
follow
our
along.
podcasts on YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, rate us if
Please
you like
give
us.
us a review.
Next week is, as I mentioned before, it's a pretty scarce week
It's a
for us. So we're
light
going to be doing finally get around to our first underappreciated movie of the week, which we said is going to be The Room. We'll let you know how
think we need to
underappreciated
trial
it is. I think it's overappreciated in my opinion, but still.
I don't know. There's definitely got to be a better word for it, but
Yeah.
And we might try and do a couple of mini podcasts. There's 47 Meters Down. He's finally coming out in the UK next week. I know it's not a massively hyped up movie, but I'm a sucker for a good shark film. And I have a soft spot for
Who?
I'm forgetting her name. This Is Us. Mandy Moore.
Oh, is Mandy Moore in it?
Yes, she is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And Amy, you're going to go and see Girls Trip.
Yes, I'm definitely seeing Girls Trip next week, so I will do something about that.
And Vicky's
Vicky's
here.
I am also here. No, I don't have any plans for any movies next week. I was thinking of going to see Valerian because
that doesn't come back to the week after.
Oh well, my plans are all ruined now.
If like a good shark film, come with me.
Because there's not much else out that week, so I think we might have to do Valerian, despite the fact that I have a pre-standing bias of not liking the look of either of the lead characters for whatever reason. They just look like bad guys to me.
You are a bad man.
I think they just have like resting bitch face. They look angry, and I feel like, how can you be the good guys if you look that angry all the time? But
maybe that's just the posters. It might be better.
No, it's the whole trailer.
Okay.
The whole trailer. Okay. But still, based on the rest of the trailer, and you've got the Rihanna stuff in there, and you've got the.
That's never a good sign when you get.
Yeah.
No, it looked cool the way that they did it.
You saw Battleship, right?
No, I didn't.
No.
Good. Then this.
But this is more of a fantasy thing, and I like the sort of Avatar look.
And it's Jean-Luc Besson who's done.
That's why I want to go
movie,
see it because he has a lot under his belt, which is good. So I was going to give it a chance, but then I just remembered me and Evie are actually going to go see Baby Driver again. So.
That was
it's not coming up this week anyway, so I think we probably will end up not this coming week, but the week after.
Expect a review of The Room and maybe a couple of mini scoop reviews throughout the week. But yeah, thanks very much for listening.
Thank you.
Enjoy your weeks and watch some good movies.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.